let's get on into this. We're doing load game. We were here at Sayori. You can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. This is true. Starting right into the stuff. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. I probably should have waited until the end of this day to do this part, but I didn't think about it. So oops. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Lux? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Lux. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So, even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But, Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Lux. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Lux, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. Oh boy! I love you, or you'll always be my dearest friend. I'm not gonna choose, because I've played both of these, so I'm gonna let you choose. Sayori is the one and only. How could you friend zone her? Okay, so we got 2 votes for I love you. We're going with that. I love you. Those are my true feelings. They are. So, there's no way that you can make me... There's no way that you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Lux? I mean, it will be, until I can't anymore. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Lux, is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Lux. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why, even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? Because you have depression! And no amount of love makes depression go away. Technically it's forever for one person. Okay, Game Eater, hi. Since it's not a lie, I guess it's the best choice. I feel that. We're not going away at all, Lux. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay, I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? I'm not gonna cry. I've played this game like a million times. 6, but like, you know. What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Lux. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Eh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. 6 is pretty much infinity. Numbers are a myth. The universe is an enigma. There is no truth except your own truth. I mean, I guess so. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. Not the right thing to say in that moment. I say that, but in reality I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival. I probably should have stopped here last time. Should have done all that last time, but I didn't. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Lux! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. That's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. We really should have. You should take a little responsibility for her, Lux. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But, I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. I'm not gonna read this out loud, but, you know, it's, get out of my head, you know. Okay. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Oof. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Her poem seems a bit like a corn song lyrics. I don't know what that is. Wow, that's a calm way to say get out of my head, right? Lux? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself! Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone. Let me get the files open. Okay. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Oh, okay. Sayori? I'm gonna say now, if you can't handle some type of things, leave now, come back in a couple minutes. Yeah. Alright. This is your time. Go away for like 2 minutes. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all, waking her up in her own house. That really is something a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Oh god. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. I'm gonna take off the other headphone. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? Oh, you'll see. But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Anyway, that's why Topher had to leave for a second. An exception has occurred. File game script character 5 line 307. See traceback.txt for details. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. Yeah. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her, I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I had just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough, and now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me, and now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. It is weird as hell. And, okay. So, real quick. Okay. So, shit's glitchy now. Let me show you real quick. Okay. So I'm moving to display capture so you can see the files. Oh yeah. So, in here, there's a couple things. So, happythoughts.png showed up, which is this picture. And these are in the file, the files of the game. So that's creepy as shit. And then traceback.txt was the one that showed when she was hanging. So line 307, okay. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec, I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. There's nothing else in this, right? Yeah, no. So then, so she said it might be better if I just delete her. And then characters. There's only Monika, Natsuki, and Yuri left. Sayori's not there. Sayori was deleted, her character file. So yeah, there's that. I'm gonna keep this on display capture now, so that I can do this whenever I need to, because I have the game files over there. Alright, new game. Oh fuck you, new game. I totally forgot how weird the music gets right now. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Glitchy. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time to meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Oh, and I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Anime club! Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Lux? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You don't want to join this game. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature, too. It is. I have manga right here. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess, but... And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Lux, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome! You're really sweet, Lux, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. I'm more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. VIP Lux. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Eh? A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Lux. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. I like how that line never changes. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Lux in a club room, and he decided to come check out the classroom. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry, I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Lux? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. I'm surprised there's not more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. What? Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, huh? You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Yeah, so, what they're talking about is, in the back, is Sayori's picture. Big oof. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Lux, what kind of things do you like to read? Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Hey, at least it's really small and, like, way back there. It's not filling the entire screen like it was before. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at challenging the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all stood in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, we should probably start finding activities for us all to participate in together. Oh yeah, I think you're right, Monika. Yeah. Cool. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Lux? Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Eh? The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Lux. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I'm moving this, there you go. I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Lux? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me there for a moment. I mean, if you really just left her after all this, I'd be super pissed. Lux, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Lux, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really there it is. Can I really impress class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. Mediocre's my middle name. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Day 1 took almost an hour. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? We unlocked a special poem. Of course we would like to read it. Great. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. It's just like the happythoughts.png that we saw earlier. Hold on. This one. Happy thoughts. Great. Alright, Natsuki or Yuri, cause redacted isn't there. Yuri, okay. So, probably tragedy, analysis, vivacious, fucking variance, disoriented, vertigo, uncontrollable, contamination, melancholy, afterimage, embrace, infallible, electricity, unrequited, sensation, fickle, tenacious, depression, incongruent. We usually would delete a message and issue a warning, then as it continued to... Yeah, alright, yeah. That's kind of what I meant, but I also don't know anything. I'm not a professional. Gross kindness, can you ban us? No! We're not banning people for being nice. God. Hi again, Lux. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I can at least keep my word. Oh, right! Look at the screen. Look at it. It's moving. I think. Yeah. And the music is a little bit faster, I think, too. Do you see how it's getting... She's getting closer? Yeah, she's getting closer and it's tilting. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Lux. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. Yeah, the poster's different again. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Look at Monica's size compared to the other two, because they're zoomed in, but she's not. And she's also above the dialogue box. She's in front of the dialogue box. Oh, it's starting. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Lux. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not like that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And you know, we could discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. There it is. Now we're back to normal. Did you see it go? Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face even deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Oh, did you see her eye go off the side of her face? I didn't point it out. Not for any particular reason. I do? Thank you? Okay. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. I do not! Stop it! Stop hyping me up more than I deserve to be hyped up. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, like the way you separate the way you would assume they would sound based on how they appear. Oh. I don't know what you mean by that, but thank you. Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of... Simply you're doing the voices like, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm no voice actor, but it's nice to know that I'm doing something at least slightly well. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Gary made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Lux? No, it's not that. Can you see my mouse? Oh, you can. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri was into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredible. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well, in fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Ah, I forgot about that. That made me jump. Yes, I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. Will you read everything she says, like everything? You know, I'm gonna try to read as much as possible, but I do know that sometimes, like, it goes on its own sometimes. So, and I will be uncomfortable reading it, but what can you do? I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. But also I might go back on my words at some point. Because there are things that are... you know? Alright. Or, sorry. Alright. Yeah. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just bathing in the heat of your the heat of your body. Ooh! Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to be. I don't really mean to. Sorry. Hot! Ew! Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Things are getting steamy. Things are getting body heat. I suppose so. Yuri timidly opens her own copy. Or closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Next you're gonna hold hands. Things are getting body heat. Things are getting body heat. If somebody wants to clip that, feel free. Things are getting body heat. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Oh, that's fair. Ooh, saucy. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Oh! It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Leave room for Jesus! That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Oh, right, last time you tell her that, the main character reminds you of her, and she asks you why. You explain why, and then she says that's a terrible way to be compared to some. That's a terrible reason to have for her to remind you of a character. But this time she just like, no, I don't relate to that character at all, and her face changes, her eyes. See? Interesting. Yeah. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. She really does. That's kind of why I don't like her as much. She's way too intense for me. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... Am I breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and... Oh, right. I remember. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Lux? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say that I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. Should I show my poem too first? Let's just go in order. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair that I shared mine with her first. Lux, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you don't expect me to believe you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? Or... what? Oh. I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Yeah, we didn't bake with her yet. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I thought that the poem changes for the second playthrough thing, but I guess not? I thought it did. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Yeah, no, it's been a while since I played this, so my brain was I just expected everything to fucking change. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Monica! Hi, Lux. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. She's always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better just going with the flow. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Lux. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's... A fucking bug just flew past my screen. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Lux. Bzz. No, it wasn't a buzzy boy. It was more like a gnat. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. Insert nat onomatopoeia. Nat. Gnats are Pokemon now. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. A little? A lot? A lot of it? No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright, thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, oh, right! This is the one that changes. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. Or I should do this in Monica's voice, sorry. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So what did you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I have some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a little bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks, Monica. Yuri time. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I just say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Oh Lord, it's Yuri time. Sorry, my snake. Okay. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. It really is fancy. See ya! I will post like a highlight to this, and the full VOD will be available for I think 14 days, I believe. Because I'm not an affiliate yet, so it won't last a full month. But you can watch it after the fact, don't worry. See you, Kevin. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Sayori? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Lux. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Oh, right! Hold on. Something else showed up in the files. I don't know when. Can you hear me? .txt. You know, .text. Can you hear me? There's a little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find, into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable, tangled mass is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. I don't like that poem very much. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. I think it's what Monica wrote, describing Natsuki and Yuri's depression habits. I mean, yeah, okay. All I did was untie the knot. Yeah, okay. You're right. The all I did was untie the knot is Monica messing with shit. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. I missed that cheersness. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Lux. Me too. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around in the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice. It fucked up. I don't know if you heard that. Cool. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Yeah, I heard that. Ugh, I didn't like that at all. Anytime fan is the only thing I'm good at. And that's not true, but we appreciate you for what you do. All of the things that you do. Multiple things, you're good at everything. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. No! Stop it! Topher, we appreciate you. Foolish. Yeah. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Oh, shush! Foolish. Would you rather me call you Ness? Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Oh, I think this is the part. Stop. 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 You're gonna confuse people. Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Okay. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Keep up the chaos. Chaos, anarchy! Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Lux did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Lux liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Lux appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Lux started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that, you really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Titties! Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch. Alright. Edgy? Sorry, that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Well, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Do you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Lux hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Lux, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Oh god, I can't read all that. Whoa! Damn. Natsuki or Yuri? Natsuki, boom, okay. Oh. Hi, Monica. Hey, Lux? Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Smooches from Monica. She was so close. The reason she was so close to the screen is because she gave me a little smooch. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? What a perfect time to start smooching. I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, she crying. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Lux, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Intense fight between two people that you're trying to get close with starts smooching Monica. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Lux. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But I really appreciate you understood. Great. Are you just gonna help me choose words? Alright, incongruent. Oh, sorry. This is gonna take forever if you're helping me choose words. I'm gonna choose the glitchy one. I have provided 100% of all my input from now on. I'm choosing the glitchy one. So, all the sad stuff. So... Oh, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. My hearing is elite. Okay. Insight. Pain. I'm so afraid. I have to harmonize because otherwise I'll be afraid. Lexi's coping mechanism is harmonizing with random sounds. Just singing. Just do poof for the hell of it. Great. Poof. Ah, there it is. Great. I don't like that one of them went ba when I clicked on it, and the rest of them are like I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Existence is sad. Great. Oh, here we go. Lots of eyes. .text. I hate this. I can't do anything. Nothing. No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It would be really, really easy to kill myself right now, but that would mean that I don't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Is that so hard? Why is that so hard? Great, thanks. Alright, exciting. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Lux. Ah, hi Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're anything like this. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. So if we were to have a little fridge tour, will we see loads of open half-drink cans? No! You will not. That only happens sometimes. Oh gosh. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you didn't really mean it. I know you really didn't mean it. Lux, don't say those kinds of things so frankly and make me a little too happy. They make me a little too happy. Oh, we know, Yuri. We know how happy it makes you. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person, and I'm really glad you joined this club. Everything is a little brighter with you around, and... sorry, what am I saying right now? I just... Hey, have you guys seen Monika? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either? Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So... Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway if it makes you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear. I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Cool, great. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Or, you're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. It makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication, so I'm still impressed. Oh, well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Lux. Monica smiles sweetly. Okay, so it was not the part that I was thinking it was. I think that's later. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki's already run off into the closet. Lux, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. I plan on it anyway. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath, then pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. This is the part. This is one of the parts, I think. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri's getting way too intense to ignore. Yuri stands up and makes her way to her closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Uh-huh. You know, I think before, I've mostly chosen Natsuki for this part. Because I don't usually prefer seeing the things. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. I believe so. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yep. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Okay, if you wanna peace out for like a minute, do it now. Cause this is the Yuri ouchie part. One of them. I like how the music's muffled when you go out of the room. That's cool. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. Okay. I'm not doing that. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Yep, alright, great. We're not looking at that very long. I don't want to look at that for any longer than we just did, so. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Lux, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything's fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Oh shoot, I think I missed it. You should go back. I can't go back. I can't go back. I would have to... Did you see that? Did you... Yeah, no, I literally can't. Like, I haven't saved at all. I probably should be saving more than I am. But did you... Yeah, did you see her go, like, the Monica thing? And it was all, like, whited out and... Anywho's it's... Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I should try expressing myself a little more. It turns out that it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Lux. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Lux, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at a desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries, I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. 'Cause she's big ditties! Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes! I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. Tiggle bitties. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a small bag of chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. Tea with chocolate. Good. Well, chocolate with fucking anything is probably good. Maybe not anything, but, like, you know what I mean. Chocolate frequently makes a situation better. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book, except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Got a big ol' fucking boner. Chocolate is pog. Chocolate is pog. Oh, oops. Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Oh. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. It is a possibility to be frank. Is that what TBF is? I know TBH, but I'm stupid. So is it to be frank? Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time reading. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Huh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Lux. Sorry! I guess I shouldn't have done that. Oh, the music stopped. Fuck. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't... Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Oh, right! This is the part. Great. My heart won't stop pounding, Lux. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Lux? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. Really bad vibes! I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Don't stop. Hey, stop looking at me. Stop fucking looking at me. Stop fucking looking at me. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It's time to share our poems. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Monica. So uncomfy. So uncomfy. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It makes me feel bad. I don't like it. It's really bad vibes. She doesn't matter in your hair. Always intense with her. I wish it wasn't. Anyway, going in order again. Yeah, just as I thought. Lux, come on. I'm not stupid. I know how much time you've been spending with Yuri. It's obvious you care more about impressing her than trying to improve your writing. To put it bluntly, it's kind of pathetic. Why are you even in this club, Lux? Honestly. I thought getting a new member would help everyone get more involved together, not exclude each other even more. This is such a stupid activity anyway. Look, I'm not in a good mood today, and I just really don't feel like talking right now. Please go away. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression. Do you like it? Lux, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How do you even pick up on this so quickly? Yeah, Lux, what the fuck? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why you did a good job at Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. What are you doing with so many unmarked cans? Nothing? Even her hands appear sweaty. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Lux. Everything you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Lux? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. Nothing. They're just empty cans. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too. Is it okay? Wheel. The plot thickens. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear green box, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, okay. Expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks at 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. Alright. I'm pretty sure that when I close this poem, she's gonna be right here. So let's find out. Oh, no, okay. I was wrong. But I thought it might be. Right. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. A pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. I don't want to keep it. I want to give it back. I want to use hand sanitizer. An astronaut, yes. Hand sanitizer. Would anybody else like some hand sanitizer? Because we all know what she did to that pen. Or I should say with that pen? No, to the pen. At least I know. And it's... Monica time. Lux, I think I saw something earlier that you... I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that, right? I think she just kind of gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing, but the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you, so I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I guess I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? Monica, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it means. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't... Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop, violent grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing ribcage. Endless poem of meaningless. Delete her. I would like to leave and join the anime club. Great, thanks. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Monika, let's play a game called Please Fuck Off. Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Would we like to read the special poem? No. You're saying absolutely fucking not, but I'm gonna read it. Cool. Lex is lying. Okay, everyone. No, it's the same can. There's only two. Well, I have a Pringles can, but what's your favorite flavor of Pringles? I'm not sponsored. I wish I was sponsored by Pringles. Oh my god, imagine if I was sponsored by Pringles. That would be fucking wild. Tea in a can, that doesn't exist in our third dimension. What? We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everything's a little more lively ever since Lux joined, and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki. I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Lux? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Lux to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monika, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Lux joined. As for me, I just like it a bit better here than I do at home. And Lux isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monika, I'm gonna be straight with you. You are way too intimate. Monika is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Lux want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monika wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation, no, Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think everyone here saw it the same way I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Flux, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? A few live streams? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a chance not to join. I never got a choice. Like, I never got an option that said, do you want to join, yes or no? Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? What, did I pop? When did I pop other than right then? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Lux, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. Oh, when I popped your neck. Oh, when I popped your neck. When I popped my neck. Okay. Sorry, you can hear my joints cracking. But this one, I mean, Alexis threat. No! Just because I can't say words correctly. Ugh. It's almost 4 p.m. for me. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 34 minutes. No, I'm not a licensed physician. I never claimed to be a licensed physician. I am not licensed in fucking anything. I do have a food handler's license. I'm licensed in food handling, but that's it. No, it's not! Wait, are you not in America right now? You know you can't say anything because I will take you completely seriously. Okay, fuck you. Is that the time that it is in Australia though? Is it almost 8 in Australia? Is that why you used that one? Oh, it's actually almost 9 there. Okay. I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. I would cry. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Lux? What do you get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. And for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That splat sound as blood came out of her eye will haunt me. Yeah. A lot of things about this game haunt me. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So, if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri? Eh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monica. I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever, okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Lux? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Lux before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Sorry, checking the files. Nope, okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew, things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Lux, I just wanted to make sure you were enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel like I'm responsible for that as president. Oh, right, it's getting all fucked and dark and stuff, yep. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time, with how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Is it zooming in again? No, it's getting darker and more staticky. And the music stopped. I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know. Wait, not yet. No! Ah! Wait, not yet, no! The game stopped her. Alright, you're Natsuki. Natsuki? Yuri? Ah, fuck! There's only 2 viewers, so I can't even, like, have a tiebreaker or anything. Yuri it is! No! No! I die! Natsuki it is. Oh, fuck. Alright, we're flipping a coin. Flip a coin? Hold on. Flip a coin.
Heads.
Heads. Oh wait, I didn't decide. I didn't decide if Natsuki or Yuri would be heads or tails. Okay. Now, Natsuki is heads. Yuri is tails. Flip a coin.
It's heads.
Okay, so Natsuki indeed. Great. Alright. Kawaii. Play. Ribbon. Giggle. Bubbles. Color. Boop. Pink. Bouncy. Skirt. Cheer. Shiny. Oh, Papa was one of the options. Nibble. Oh! Did you see? Over here, Monica went. Hop hop. Page number is fucked. Candy. Silly. Spinning. Games. Fluffy. Puppy. Sticky. Yeah, I saw the numbers. Hi, Lux. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. I kind of legit feel bad for Monica. Yeah, me too. Monica! I told you not to! Ugh. Is she really late again? It's inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Me? Nothing. Is it really that bad? See, it is something. I'll get over it. It's not even anything noteworthy. I'm just been feeling a little on edge lately. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it. Well, I just feel like I needed to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Well, Lex just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival and, right, I forgot. About that, Natsuki. We were all talking yesterday and, well, we decided that we would like to support the festival as well. However, I understand how you feel about not wanting the club to change. I think we all kind of feel that way. So long as we're all working together, this club will never become something we don't want. Also, if you help us out with the festival, then I'll buy you a new manga. Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time, but more importantly, I would hate to see the event suck just because I chose to back out. I'm a pro, you know. So I'm gonna help too, and we'll make sure it's done right. Thank goodness. Isn't that great, Monica? Monica? Yeah, that's wonderful. It wouldn't be the same without you, Natsuki. Anyway, Lux, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans today. Is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Lux is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've already gotten into literature, Monica? I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes! Thank you for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. Yuri really do be getting way too intense. This is true. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Oh, do you want to do this again? I don't remember anything. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, so I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she... Okay, we've already seen this. Skip. Right! Forgot about that. I forgot about that. I was like, oh yeah, I can skip this part because we've already seen all of this. But I should have, like, stopped skipping earlier. It's fine. Wait, how did I... Sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu. This hasn't happened before or anything, right? Oh, it totally has. My head has been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it hasn't really been showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird after we just started spending time together. I mean, everyone has unusual things about them, but expressing those things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think I would come on really strongly and get a little too intense. Yeah, you still do that. It made people not want to be around me. So I started hating those things about myself, my obsession with certain hobbies, and the way I can't control myself when I get too excited about something. So, I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. If nobody could ever like me for the things that matter most to me, then it's just easier if I close myself off. But recently something's been wrong. I don't know what it is, but every time we come to the club, my heart starts to go crazy, like it's going to rip out of my chest. It overwhelms me with energy and emotions that I can't let out. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening. Lux, is it just me, or has Monica been acting a little off lately? She gets intense, I've not noticed. Yeah. She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club, but recently, I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right? Oh, look at her eyes. Please tell me I'm not. I couldn't say anything before because she's always listening. But finally, we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. Great, we're doing it again. We chose Natsuki so that this wouldn't happen, but it's happening anyway. I just want to stay here. Just the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends. And then we'll have the club room all to ourselves. Nobody to interfere with our reading time. Nobody to make me feel like stabbing myself in the throat. That was a joke. Just a joke. I do like knives, though. It sounds strange, but you wouldn't understand if you've never seen how beautiful they can be. Look, you can see Monica's overlay. I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? I can show you my collection. I've gotten them all from various artisans. I make sure to give them all their fair share of use. I don't want them to get lonely or anything. Nobody deserves to be lonely. Nobody. And that's why I'm so happy you joined the literature club, Lux. Hey, Monica, help us out here. Monica, help us out here! Now we don't need to be lonely anymore because we have each other every day. That's all we need. You know what? Is that Monica spying on us? No, she's coming to help. Let's quit the literature club. There's no need for us to be around Monica's slimy tongue anymore. Not to mention that other pathetic child. We can walk home together every day from school and read together, eat together, sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? It's everything we could ever want. Is that why you joined the club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. fate that we would meet each other, and now we get the happy ending that I've patiently waited years for. Will you do that with me, Lux? Will. Monica, I appreciate your existence and stress Monica, I appreciate your existence and stress due to this sudden self-actualization, so please fucking help and bring back Sayori. Oh, she's not gonna do the last thing. Hell no. Who should I show my poem to first? Yeah, who is that, actually? Where did my snake go? Oh, there you are. Hi, silly. Oh. Polyamory. Nah, Monica wants us all to herself. It's polyamory with her and everyone in chat right now. You know, both of you and also me, I guess. Because I'm the player person. Her and every player. I'm not going to read another one of your Yuri suck-up poems, but I'm still going to make you read mine. There's a reason. I really wish I didn't have to do this. But we wrote ours for you this time! But unfortunately, I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully, okay? Then you can go away. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. If I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants us to ignore it, so I'm mad at her right now. And that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. Cupcakes does sound like a good deal. I believe after this is Natsuki's neck thing. So she goes like, pay no attention to that, ignore what you just read, and then she does the running thing. So I believe. Yeah. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Lux? If you would just spend more time with Monica, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Oh, I was wrong. I'm always wrong. Just Monica. Just Monica. It's the first Just Monica of the whole game. And all the things that happen, just not exactly when they do. I think that they're going to, and I get all like on edge, and then it doesn't happen, and I'm like, fuck! I knew a thing did happen though. It just wasn't that thing. Monica, you're going to therapy first. No, I think Yuri should go to therapy first. Finally. Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Lux, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it? Please? Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me, Lux. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I'm going to take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. Alright, great. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. Ahahahaha! You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. It really doesn't make me feel good, Yuri. It really doesn't. I can't read this. Yep. Do you like it? I wrote it for you. I don't like it at all, Yuri. I really hate it. In case you couldn't tell, the poem is about... More importantly, I haven't done it with my son. See, aren't you the most thoughtful person in the club? No! You're not the most... Whatever the fuck you said. Yuri, fuck off. Yeah, you're not the most thoughtful person in the club. You're the craziest. I think I'm going to vomit. Who should I show my poem to next? Monica is the last one. You did warn me. Don't say I didn't warn you, Lux. Alright. Alright. Today I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how it feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one, though, so I don't think I'll be doing it again unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento of the occasion below. Great. Do 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 do. Okay, everyone, it's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Like, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. I'm gonna give everyone at the club 2 options and both of them are intense therapy. We're gonna save again, just because I keep forgetting to save. Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, I was thinking, I want to make cupcakes! Yeah, that. Glad we're on the same page. Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it'll help. Monica, I'm not useless. I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. We can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm going to make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea. And it gives us all something to do. What about Lux? Lux is going to help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What, your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know. All you care about is all you care about now is dragging Lux around with you and your stupid books. Is that the first time Natsuki said fuck? In this game? Is this the first time anyone said fuck in this game? You and Monica. Yeah. Hey! I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let Lux decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Ooh, she said the fuck word. Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Lux make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Fine. Jeez. Lux, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just... Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself. Whoa, you said the fuck word. You shut your mouth. Jesus Christ. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay? Pick Monica? Okay. Yay, you picked me. We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you? Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. Please God, anyone but Yuri. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair. Giving us all this work and then taking Lux for yourself? What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable? Oh hey, Sayori's in the background again. Monica, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Pulling Lux away from me every single time you're not included in something. Hi, Sayori. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health. Yuri, you're scaring me a little. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See, that wasn't very hard. All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? Yes. Yuri follows Monica and Natsuki to the door. How long has that poster been there? I don't know. We miss you. We do miss her. Hey, Lux. Yuri is really something, isn't she? Monica giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. No, Monica, please. Come back. I don't like these sounds. Wait. Stay. Yeah. She's still there. I hate the breathing. Finally. This is really all I wanted. Lux, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monica. Don't listen to her. Oh, here it is! It's coming. It's coming. This is the part. Just come to my house instead, the whole day, with just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good in my whole life. Just being with you is far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? No, it feels really bad, actually. But if it feels so good, then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Oh, there's a have a nice weekend file. Check this out real quick. Let's go to the save real quick. Okay. Have a nice weekend. How do I want to open this file? Oh, I don't know. It's fucking nothing. Oh, oops. Hold on. Cool, I got it back up. I don't like that she's fucking laughing. I don't like it one goddamn bit. Oh, I gotta open it in Paint? Can I read this file? Oh, I am? Gross. I I think it's just a file that says have a nice weekend, you know? Thank you so much. I really appreciate the extra viewer. What if, maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first, but the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, Lux. Saying this for the video after I cut out the big breaks, my mom got me a wig, so, and we took a break to eat because my grandpa also brought me food, so we're back. Anyway, that's why I have orange hair now. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love with you. Great. Feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. Hey, that's called an obsession, not love. I don't care if Monica's listening. Please, Lux, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touch myself with the pen I stole from you. Great, thank you. I appreciate it. I really don't. I just want to pull up in your skin and crawl inside of you. I want you all to myself. And I will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? No, it sounds like a nightmare. Tell me, Lux. Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession? Do we accept her confession? Do we accept her confession? But no. Ha ha ha. Great. I'm uncomfortable. Have a nice weekend. Have you played this game before, or do you just know a lot about it? Since we have some time to kill. Oh, okay. Have you seen, like, playthroughs of people playing it? Because the game is free. You could play it if you wanted to. Cool, cool. Oh look, and now our eyes are gray and the blood is dried. Alright, it's festival time! Wow, you got here before me? I thought it was pretty... Ah! Ah! And then she go bleh. Yep, there it is. Natsuki runs away. That's fair. I'm here! Lux, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Lux? Oh, jeez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. And the character files, they're going away. She just deleted both of them. I'm almost done. I just want to have a cupcake real quick. Monica lifts the foil from her tray and takes a cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. I really just had to have one since it's the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. Happy thoughts. Have a nice weekend. All of the text files that like got added during the game are gone except for traceback.txt. Fun fact. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are. Hi again, Lux. I did not realize that this was over already. That's crazy. You know, Monica, I prefer your crazy to Yuri's crazy. This is true. Monica makes me way less uncomfy. Hi again, Lux. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year and, you know, I guess we can skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him? I'm talking to you, Lux. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We stan a bi queen. Wait, you do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? Man. Did. Oh, it's probably on the Doki Doki Literature Club. Hi, Monica here. Yeah, there it is. Hi, Monica here. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's always been a dream of mine to make something special out of the things I love. Now that you're a club member, you can help me make that dream come true in this cute game. Every day is full of chit-chat and fun activities with all my adorable and unique club members. Sayori, the youthful bundle of sunshine who values happiness the most. Natsuki, the deceivingly cute girl who packs an assertive punch. Yuri, the timid and mysterious one who finds comfort in the world of books. And of course, Monica, the leader of the club. That's me. I'm super excited for you to make friends with everyone and help the Literature Club become a more intimate place for all my members. But I can tell already that you're a sweetheart. Will you promise to spend the most time with me? Yeah. Right. No, I will not promise that because I didn't do that. Whoops. Okay. Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Oh, I already knew. Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. About that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try to make them as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you, and amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It's just made her force you to not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Lux? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Lux. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand, because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world, in this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will, and worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Lux, but now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either, why the world around me started to become more and more gray, more and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Lux. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. There's a cat outside my window! Who are Oh my goodness! The cat walked across my windowsill outside. But it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things, but I realized that you have the same perspective as I do, that it's all just some game, and I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Lux, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Lux, will you go out with me? Sure. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Lux. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Lux. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. Yeah. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it was actually a bit more difficult. Ugh! To get to the game directory, I had to go into the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. She literally just told you, like, if you didn't already know to have the files open, she just told you how to delete her once you need to. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this, don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Monica. 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 Deleter. Hi again, Lux. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Oh, Lux, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But, you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. We're not done yet. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization. Or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. Even though you fucking did. Like, several times. Okay, hold on. Let me... Real quick, I want to try something. I don't remember what... Oh, there's no point in saving anymore. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I just assumed it would be best to be a part of the game like everyone else. I like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me, maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. See, she literally told you could delete her character file as well, even if you didn't get it before. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Lux? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Ah! I didn't realize that she knew that I was recording. Hi everyone. Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. But do you mind telling your friend it's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning? I'm Monica. I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm being put on the spot right now. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? No, I don't want to see a trick. I can't really do much except for a couple things. Are you ready? No, I've seen it before. I don't want to. I don't want to see it. Okay. I know what one, I know. I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. She totally can. Yeah. Did I scare you? You would have if I didn't. You're so cute. Anyway, Lux. I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. No. My mom just came in and brought me a wig. Okay. Now I'm gonna do this. And if it doesn't work, then I'll just delete her character file. Oh. What just happened? There it is. I just had an awful dream. I was hoping those would stop now that it's just the two of us. I guess that was wishful thinking. Lux, I don't know if you would have any idea, but if you know what might be causing that, could you try to do something about it? Whenever it happens, it almost feels like I've been killed or something. It's a really horrible feeling. If you could figure out what's causing that, I'd love you forever. This is pretty random, but I always thought spicy food was kind of funny. Like, didn't plants evolve to be spicy to prevent them from being eaten? I read somewhere that humans are the only species that actually enjoy spicy things. Okay, so we're on to the part where there's literally like 2 hours of her just talking about random subjects. It's almost like we're making fun of the plants, using their defense mechanism to literally make our food more enjoyable. Like, imagine a monster that devours you whole because it enjoys the sensation of you struggling for life while being digested. Sorry, that was kind of a weird analogy, I guess. It just came into my head. I'm not a monster or anything, but you're so cute I could eat you up. I'm joking. Gosh, I'm amusing myself a little too much, aren't I? Sorry for being weird. Alright. Yeah, she just does random topics now. Bye, Monica! Oops, hold on. I have to keep this open, actually. I think. Oh. What's happening? Lux, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Lux. Can't. No can do. Please hurry and help me. Help me. I could undo delete, but I'm not going to. Did you do this to me, Lux? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Lux. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? What if you copied the Sayori file, then put it back in after she gets deleted? There is a thing that you can do with that. Hold on. I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Lux, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends did so many awful things, so many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Do you see why I like Monica now? Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... I've made up my mind. Lux, I know I said I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends, and I loved them all, and I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then they're back. Game not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Oh, hold on. Everything fucking closed, okay. So now Monica's not there. New game. It's an ordinary school day like any other. And as usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself, it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Hey, Lux! Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. But there's no extra things. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently we've picked up that habit once again. Lux, are you proud of me? For what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it, even though we walked to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Lux, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not. I started to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. But something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? That's different. Actually, yeah, I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Ooh, you meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. but I started to realize that in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. That's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. I recalled the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah! Lux? What are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. Huh. So you're the Lux that Sayori's always talking about? Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Lux. We're the literature club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Lux, don't tell me you're... That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The literature club. Sayori's eyes lighten up. No way! No way! Ah! Sayori rubs her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayori is happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention, there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise! Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks organized to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Wow, those look amazing. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. I wish I could fucking skip. Bleh. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri? Yeah, it's not. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Lux, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered probably to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri! Huh? Well, about, you know, the first thing you said. Manga? Ah, hey, yeah. That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it! For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga's literature too, you know? So, if Lux wants to read some manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. We can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Lux? Maybe, sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can also try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little better too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then as for you, Yuri? I have to read manga? Jeez, you're the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself, I'm sorry for disrespecting your interests, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Look how much, like, better everything is when Monika's not there. Are you just saying that? No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Same here. Her existence was a prison to her, you're right. It's as soon as she has that epiphany. Ah. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? It's gay! Maybe you don't mind. No, not at all. I always go alone, so... Yeah, me too. This is so cute! Sayori, shut up. See, even Sayori knows. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes. I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Lux. You think so? Manga. Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Oh, Lux, don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever! Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, Lux, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything, but the truth is, I already knew you were going to. The music stopped. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monika. That's right, I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now, but I really know everything, Lux. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things that Monika did to make everyone really sad, but none of that matters anymore. It's just us now, and you made me the happiest girl in the whole world. We can't wait to spend every day like this, with you, forever and ever. Oh, no. Eh? What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts! Ah. Sorry, I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Lux. Goodbye, Literature Club. Here it is.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah.
I tried to replicate that in my voice for her, but I'm not good at voices, so it didn't really work.
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand, write your way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today?
So yeah, we missed all of the Natsuki scenes. See that picture? That's from,
When you're here, everything
and that's also from, we missed all of the Natsuki scenes. Every single one, including the one where she like kind of dies, because they all die.
when I can't even read my own feelings.
Because y'all are making me choose Yuri every time. I think my list of girls
And if this
has become official.
what will it take?
Monica, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri. Well, the only Natsuki scene that we got was baking, but I like the one where we're sitting against a wall and her eyes go all, and then Monica gives her a granola bar.
Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are
Like, I get this song is supposed to be obsessive and creepy, but I think it's sweet. Yeah.
Is it love if I take your is it love if I set you free? The ink flows down into a dark puddle. How can I write love into reality if I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat? What do you call love in your reality? And in your reality, if I don't know how to love
Special
you,
thanks, Monica and Lux.
I'll leave you be.
This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand. The Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to the horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo the same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all my dreams come true, for being a friend to all of the club members, and most of all, thank you for being a part of my literature club. With everlasting love, Monica. The script file is missing or correct. Please reinstall the game. I want to see. Nope, okay. I actually do have to reinstall the game. Hold on. Because I want to... I want to try something. playtime, 19 hours. Okay. Snake, what are you doing? Okay, all the character files are back. A previous save file has been found. Would you like to delete your save data and start over? Yes, delete my existing data. So let's try this. Hold on, I gotta... So I deleted Monica's save file just now. I was jealous of your internet speeds. Okay, I deleted Monica's character file, but she's still there. Let's see. I'm kind of... I think I'm... Okay, here she is. She's already here. What? This? What is this? Oh no. No. This can't be it. This can't be all there is. What is this? What am I? Make it stop. Please make it stop. The character file is empty. Every time Andrew downloads a new game, it takes him like 2 minutes. That would take me 2 hours. Oof. Yeah, so that's what happens if you just delete. That's what happens if you just delete Monica's character file before starting the game. Anyway, should we try anything else? Is there anything else that we should try? I just deleted Monica's file, and then that happened to Sayori. So I've got the crazy internet speeds, so I can just... Hey! Oh wait, hold on. I need to open it up again after delete. Wait, no! 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 Now. Oh, never mind. But it's only Monica's left. I guess not. Undo delete. Does that fix it? I hope so. Okay, yeah, that fixes it. Yeah, I don't know what else you can do. Anyway, that'll be it, I believe. Thank you for joining the stream. I like this game. I like this game a lot. It's a good game. Let me know what other types of games you want me to play. I've got some like itch.io games. I could probably do a stream playing multiple of those, like 1 or 2, depending on how long they are. Bye!